I want to welcome you to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaya Diamond. This is the Health Edition, and I am just so excited to do this. I have two amazing guests on the show. I have a doctor, and I have Robert.
Robert, the
Now,
professor.
Robert, the professor. And you know, Robert's been on here many, many times, but the doctor has not. And I'm just so excited because I hear she's really cool. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
she looks cool. She's got her jacket. I mean, she looks cool. We're going to be right back. Don't you go anywhere.
Hello, y'all. This is Louis Gossett Jr. And I'm here with Yaya Diamond. I'm here for the color purple, color brown, the color white, the color green. Let's watch this and support it 100%. It's our turn. Enjoy. God bless.
I am so excited to have you guys here. Okay, so today we have Dr. Tyra, and I hope I said that right, received a Presidential Honorary Doctorate degree and Lifetime Achievement Award for her work with cancer and her advocacy for the alternative non-toxic products in hairstyling industry. Yeah, I'm sure she did because I went to locks because I got tired of doing my hair. And I want to welcome her to the show. Dr. Tyra, what's up, girlfriend? How you doing?
I am great. Thank you for having me on your show, Miss Diamond.
Thank you. Thank you. And then next we have from Viprox. I think I've said it wrong like so many different times. We have Professor Robert on the show today, and he's just amazing. He's developed this. We're going to talk about it. It's just, forget it. We're going to talk about it. You stay tuned. You'll love it. We've done this so many times before. And if you haven't seen any of the evidence that this thing actually does work, it helps you so much with your skin, your eyesight, and all kinds of different things. And Robert, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's nice to be here with you nice ladies. Wow, man, this is amazing.
Behave.
Yeah, see, that's right. Yeah, because my wife is going to be watching this. You know what?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So, okay. So, yes. Okay. So I wanted to talk to you, Tyra, Dr. Tyra, and find out about your doctorate. And can you elaborate on your work with the styling industry? Because I'm a Black girl and the hair was really curly and I got tired of combing it. So you gotta let me know what I'm doing wrong.
Definitely. I tell you, I've been in the beauty industry for 31 years. I can't believe it's been that long. But, you know, when you're having fun and you are definitely walking in your calling, it's not work. It just becomes a passion to be able to make someone beautiful on the outside. But then I got into the health side of it. Always wanted to be a physician. And so now God has aligned it all up for that to actually happen. So I got nominated for the work I've done in the beauty industry as to empower and impact the community to be able to learn how we can be beautiful using our hair as an expression, but yet and still we want to be healthy. You know, we want to be healthy. I, as a licensed professional, want to be healthy. So now I've been traveling around the country for many years, and I coach over 400 licensed stylists and licensed barber in doing that. And then that kind of led everything on up. So, you know, I was nominated by one of my coaches, Dr. Dorothy Cook. And when I got the nomination, it was just really one of those moments that it was just, I'm grateful. I am totally grateful to be nominated for this award, and we will be. So it's just been an amazing opportunity.
That's kind of awesome. I'm sorry when you get noticed for doing something you've been doing for such a long time, and you're not really paying attention. To tell you the truth, it's like you just keep doing it, you know, and then all of a sudden it's like boom. It's like whoa. Wait a minute, I have to slow down for a second. So
Absolutely.
How did you get noticed? How does one get noticed by the president? I mean, really?
It came from someone else who had received their doctoral degree. And so, you know, so when someone who's already received, that's been a recipient of this award from the White House, it gets noticed. You know, when you're nominated, there are certain criterias that they look for. And you know, I was told that I meet those criteria just gracefully. And because my love for the industry, it brought me to a state in my life, personal life, where I believe that everyone is affected by one disease all over the world, and that is cancer. We know in my lectures, as I educate across the country, I always speak about 3 points that cancer has affected each and every one of us. So not looking at the color of our skin, but looking at this as a human issue, not a black, not a white, not it's a human issue.
Right.
And those 3 points is this: we know someone who has passed away of cancer. My mom died of cancer in my arms in 2005, and we know someone who has who have gone through cancer treatment and that are cancer survivors. But then we know someone who's been diagnosed right now and that's still going through cancer. So cancer has affected each and every person globally around the world. And to be able to, it got to a point in my career where I was tired of smelling toxic fumes, toxic chemicals providing service to my clients. So it had to be a better way. It had to be a better way. And I got my hands on a healthy product, and I began to use it. And I used to use products, but then once I got the education, there's a book I read. You might have read it too. It said in this book, it says, "My people are perishing for the lack of knowledge." Okay, my
Yep.
people are perishing for the lack of knowledge. And so when God gave me that information, gave me that knowledge to use products that are healthier, that have no more resorcinol, no more PPD, no more ammonia, and these ingredients are in our product line, are in stores that we go to every single day. And so when I got my hands on these products, I began to use them, and it's been now 7 years, and I've educated all across the country, and I empower our community. And there's anyone who wants to take their business to a healthier way of being servant leaders in the beauty industry. And so that's how it really all began to manifest. But I've always had a medical background. I do have medical education that's come from my alma mater, right there out of Washington, D.C. That's where I grew up, at Howard University. And I studied blood. And we know that the blood is the fountain to our youth, because it flows from the top of our heads to the soles of our feet. And learning about the blood is really, really unique way of, is automatic realignment of the body. And so everything really starts within the blood. And we learn, we lose certain things in our blood as we get wiser. I'm not going to say get older, but as we get wiser, right? As we get wiser, our bodies don't produce as much things that we need. And so I began to learn what these things are. And I began to use a product that our professor invented about 5 years ago. And I began not just using the product, not just becoming a product of the product, but then I start implementing the use of the product, and then implementing the knowledge of the product. And that has helped me to be able to coach a lot of people across the country in my opportunity of helping them to have a healthier lifestyle. Because as we know right now, a lot of people are living with an unhealthy lifestyle. And what I mean by unhealthiness, because we're not here to diagnose, we're not here to treat, and we're not here to cure anything like that. But people live with unhealthy health concerns. And what are those health concerns? We know people's health concerns. And so I was able to help someone with giving them some knowledge, and they begin to partake of the knowledge. And he went from 275 pounds. He was diagnosed as morbid obese, had different sugar issues, and different high blood pressure issues. And after taking a leap of faith and being coached, he went in the 5 months from 275 to 181. So I've seen the results. I use the results. I'm 51, almost 52 years young now. And I tell you something, energy, if you're looking for some energy, you got to know this information, definitely,
Yeah.
to have a healthier lifestyle.
Yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. You know, I have learned, and since you're in the hair industry, I've learned so much about the chemicals that are in the hair products, white and black alike. And you
Yes.
revolutionized that. I mean, you know, you have made it so that there are alternatives today. How is that possible?
Alternative. So let's look at that. I'm glad you asked that question. Great question. As far as ethnicity goes,
Mm,
we can look at the African American ethnicity, and studies and statistics has been shown and proven that in the ethnicity hair care group, there's more toxicity ingredients in their product versus our white counterparts. Okay, where it's not as much. So we can look at that. And so when I got my the knowledge, right, I began to be able to uh, move out the old product. I always educate the team that there's new rules in the beauty industry. There's new rules, and the first rule is there is new ways to be able to do healthier things all
mm,
across the board. So specifically for the beauty industry, that's all the beauty industry consumes the whole entire world because everybody want to look good, right? Everyone's getting a haircut, everyone's getting a beard trim, everyone's getting a pedicure, everyone's getting massage, everyone's getting whatever the case may be. Everyone wants to be beautified and to look good and feel better. And one of my coaches says, you know, when you help enough people get what they want, you're going to automatically get what you want. It's a universal law. So using healthier products and then learning what product has taken the initiative of leadership to be say, okay, we're not going to use this PPD. We're not going to use this resorcinol. We're not going to use this ammonia. And we can just use we can just use the ingredient ammonia. I remember back in the day, my grandmother, if you ain't got that ammonia, clean that bathroom, something's wrong, right? My
oh
grandma
yeah.
called it ammonia. So we know what it was back in the day,
Oh yeah. That
harsh
stuff stank.
odor.
Mm,
And imagine that ingredient is in hair color.
ah,
That ingredient is in some of the number one brands in the country that's on the shelves of the grocery store, the department stores, you name it. It's in there. You can just turn the box around and you will read PPD, you will read ammonia, and you will read resorcinol. But just with ammonia, let's just use the word ammonia. We know how strong it is. We used to use that to clean and disinfect the bathroom, to kill the germs, to kill the odors. But yet and still, we're putting this on our bodies. That's going to subside into the scalp and it goes down into the layers of the dermis and the epidermis layer of the skin. So now there's a health issue because now we're putting these toxic ingredients into and on the body. Where as a licensed professional, I'm smelling this and I'm inhaling this going down into my lungs and into my bodies. And after a period of time, it's going to cause a issue with the breathing
mm,
situation. And then we look at resorcinol. It's a ingredient that's in tires. If you have a car, a vehicle, truck, bus, whatever you want to drive, it's an ingredient that they use for tires, but yet and still it's on the shelves in the marketplace, and we're putting this on our bodies. So I'm glad that I partnered up with some amazing companies. And again, this is 30 years of research.
yeah.
This is 30 years of research, being as my daddy would say, sergeant general in the army, boots on the ground,
Yes.
boots on the ground in the trenches. And I would go, and Professor Robert, I would go to salons and I would knock on the door. Hello, how you doing? This is Tyra. I'm coming to show you some information. I'm coming to bringing you some. I'm not coming to sell you no product, but I want to show you some new rules in the industry where you can use healthier product, number one, and you can make residual income, number two. So
Yeah.
that's been a 30-year journey. Um, 30-year journey.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. I learned right away at the age of, I believe it was 18 or 19, all
Yes.
about herb.
Mm-hmm.
That's the chemical burn I got, that my hair never grew back. So all this is different than the other side. The other side is fine. And
Yeah.
so I've had to live with that. And then I know that
Yeah.
perms, with a lot of different, there's some new perms out there that you can use that don't have certain chemicals in it. But I've been researching and it says that it causes fibroids too. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come
Absolutely.
on. Seriously? I mean, back in the day, we would get the hot iron and just press our hair, put it on the
Exactly.
stove and just be careful, put some grease around the edges of your head and just go for it. I mean, and there's
Exactly.
also, you can also just hot comb your hair and then let it sit for a minute and then wet it. It'll relax itself a little bit. It's not, and
Mm-hmm.
then you just keep doing it to the roots. You don't have to put a chemical in your hair. But I mean, literally speaking, I don't put any chemicals in my hair. I don't dye my hair. I don't do any of that. I'm just out in the sun a lot. So my hair does this. But other than
Right. Naturally cut by the sun.
right,
Okay.
that's just the sun. I was out there for hours this morning. So literally speaking, I agree with you on the chemicals and all of the things that they put in there to oh my gosh, just to cause so many issues in the skin, in the dermis, in the organs. The organs get this too. This is crazy.
Yes.
It's
Absolutely.
absolutely crazy. So
Absolutely.
how did you and Robert meet?
We met, like I said earlier, I was using our product line about for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
For 5 years, and we would do and he would come in and he would educate, not just myself, but the team that I talked about. We would have Zooms and we would have educational conferences, and he would come in as a guest speaker and he would break down the information on the product line, and that's how we met. And
Wow.
so now here we are today, working together more closely with the products. You see the products is right here. I keep my product near me. Absolutely. I use the product. I am a product of the product. I tell you something. So it's amazing. And now here's the part that I get excited about, Yaya, is this. I'm seeing the results. I'm seeing the results, not just for me, but I'm seeing the results as my clients get the treatment
Mm-hmm.
in the salon, on their hair, with their skin facial. And I'm seeing the result. I'm seeing the results with my clients having healthier weight. I'm seeing the results of my clients' skin glow, have an internal glow naturally. I'm seeing the results. So that's, and that's what really makes me excited. And when you can change a woman's altitude, you change her altitude. Her attitude. Let me say it again. When you change her attitude, you
Dude,
change her altitude. And a man too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I'm getting right to you now, Robert, because I mean, I want to find out about Viprox, but I also want to know how it relates to Dr. Tyra's work.
well, here's what it is. That's what I wanted to jump in, because Dr. Tyra forgot one of the good and important part that she does she gets hair to regrow using
Mm.
Viprox and
Okay,
some
wait,
of,
stop, stop,
yeah,
stop, stop,
yeah,
stop, stop.
exactly.
Whoa, back up, back
Mhm.
up. How?
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 She'll
Yes.
tell you. She'll tell you.
So with in the blood structure, we have something that's called glutathione. Okay.
Mm.
And it helps to generate nutrition within the blood with the white and the red blood cells. So now we focus on hair growth. Where does the hair root, where is it attached to? It's attached to the blood. So now it can have the proper nutrition to be able to be more ingredients in the blood, so the hair can begin to grow more flourishly. So
Mm.
that's the correlation.
Mm.
Again, it's all about the blood. It
Yeah.
flows from the top of your head to the soles of your feet.
Mm.
And when there's more oxygen in the blood, which is the red cells supply the oxygen to the blood. The white cells helps to that goes and it looks for anything that's a foreign matter within the bloodstream. And it's almost like I like to use the analogy of the Pac-Man game. Remember the game Pac? I love Miss Pac-Man, right?
Oh my
If
gosh, I
you
did
go,
too.
okay.
Oh.
And as Miss Pac-Man would go eat those bullets, and then she ate that super big pellet, she went and she was able to go and eat the ghost.
Right.
So, and we keep in mind with that as the example, our bodies is the same thing. If there's as long as it's high level of alkalinity within the body is going to do what is created to do. When you cut your finger, what happens?
Yeah.
It immediately goes into autocorrection.
Mm-hmm.
It immediately, when you scrape your knee, it immediately goes into autocorrection. The body does it on its own. Made in his image, okay, that part. Made in his image with his likeness. So that part, the likeness is already in our DNA
Yeah.
from the architect who made
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
From the architect who made us. So I like to go back to the source. And I'm so glad at one time I was like, no, why am I studying blood of all things? How boring, right? But I'm so grateful. I am so grateful. You have no idea. I'm so grateful that I was called to do this work. I don't do the work for me.
Mm-hmm.
I do it for the purpose that God has permitted to do for his people. It's not my will. It's not my will. I'm just being used as a vessel for God's glory, so that the whole human race as his people can have knowledge to be able to know how magnificent our bodies, our temples are designed.
Definitely. Definitely. I think though I have an issue because Robert
Yes.
knows me. He knows I'm that 1%. What do the 1% do for the hair growth? I'm just gonna ask, what do I do, a mask? Because I'm literally allergic to whey. I mean, to the point where I get vertigo and I can't stand up and I get sick and I can't move.
And that's ingesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you can do topically.
Okay, good.
You can do
Hey!
topically. You can do topically because
Okay.
you can do topically.
Mhm.
And that's, even for our product that we have, you can do a facial mask.
Yeah, I do the facial mask.
Yeah.
I actually, this is getting TMI a little bit, but I put a nice mixture into a nice cup, and after before a shower or like right after I rinse myself off, I just put
Mhm.
it like all over and I just stand there. My husband thinks I'm
Perfect.
crazy. I like the cold air. So I just stand there and let
Yeah.
it do my whole body. Because literally speaking, I'm that 1% that I'm allergic to whey. And
Okay.
it gives me vertigo, and I don't know why. And I talked to my doctor and we talked about different ways of doing it. I can't take it at all.
At all.
At
Internally.
all. No, I
Okay.
can't take it at all.
Okay. So yeah,
So
if you can, you
no, but
can
just start
do
pouring it on my head too.
it. And then, we can even talk about a protocol for you.
Mm-hmm.
A protocol for those areas that are your concern.
Yeah, I've
Absolutely.
never got my hair to grow back after the perm, and then after
Mhm.
the perm, I didn't get no perm. I just went dreadlocks. So
Dr.
I've had like I
Tyra,
don't know how many, sets of dreadlocks.
sorry.
Yes, but
Yeah. Dr. Tyra can send you some before and after pictures of people who
Oh,
never thought that their hair would grow back, and guess what?
yeah,
It grows back.
I
So
I love
it,
that. Yes, yes, we
yeah.
have definitely got to get that.
Exactly. And I want to share this information too. So alopecia is
Mhm.
really something that a lot of people are experiencing right now. But
Yeah.
there's 27 types of alopecia. It's 27 different types of alopecia.
Mm,
27 different types of alopecia. So we need to have a consultation so
right,
that we can discover your type of alopecia, and you had it from a chemical from
right.
previous experience with that, and what that did was that kind of really burnt the follicle,
Yeah, it
if
did.
you will. And so
Mhm.
once that follicle is burned, then that there is no, and the roots are affected that way. And that has cut off the opportunity for hair to grow back in that area.
Mhm.
Okay. So again, it's 20 different types of alopecia areata, and so many different things.
you know what comes to mind? I'm sorry, I got to butt in. You can cut it out, but I think you got to talk to Will Smith's wife.
Yeah, she has alopecia.
She
She
has
does.
alopecia, but it's just, like you said, I thought it was just one type of alopecia. I didn't
Yeah,
know there were like 20 something types,
it's
but I mean,
27 different types.
for people who have burns or people
Mhm.
who have chemical burn like me, is there any possibility of repairing that?
Look,
Mhm.
you're asking
We
me or
would
you're
have,
asking Dr. Tyra?
I would, I would say, I'm sorry, Professor, what you say?
I said, you're asking me or Dr. Tyra?
Dr. Tyra.
I would say let's look under the microscope. Let's actually go down, get a closer look at the root.
Mm-hmm.
And we can do that. We're going to be actually coming up this next month, the 20th, not 20th, the 30th and the 31st. We're going to be having a health symposium. Professor Robert is flying in from Canada. It's going to be right here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and the room is going to be packed. So those who are going to be, and we're going to have the stethoscope there so that we can actually do an analysis and find out what's going on with different people and such and
Definitely.
such a thing. So, and
Yeah.
it's so much information that's needed to be had out there. What products not to use anymore because they're highly enriched with toxic fumes and chemicals and ingredients that's been linked to cancer and tumors and fibroids and the list goes on. So we need to know this information.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. Wow. Dr. Robert, I mean, okay, tell us a little bit about Viprox and and what it does. And then, I'm gonna bring this home because literally speaking, I'm already ready to like douse myself.
All right. You want the long version or the short version?
Whatever version you want to give.
Okay, I'll tell you what. First and foremost, we're going to bring it to Dr. Tyra's industry, okay? Because we've
Right.
had few shows together, but people need to know that on the scientific side, it's Viprox. By the way, V stands for life in French, and prox for proximity to quality of life. That's what we guarantee. When we say proximity to quality of life, I do believe that someone losing their hair and their dignity, if we can get the hair to grow back, then that's bring him to a proximity to a quality of life. So it's not only about big conditions and all this, it can be also in the beauty industry to give you nicer skin. We'll take a teenager, for example, that has a massive pimples and they can't get rid of it. Well, I think that, that affects them for the rest of their lives. And it can leave scars also. So point of case is we do have something that is topical, same products used differently, and internal. So Viprox is a patented, clinically proven, non-toxic, non-invasive therapy for the treatment of a host immune system related diseases. Now, I just said that for the professionals in the industry. In common terms, it is a trilogy of product that's all encompassing to rebalance your whole organism. And a body in a state of balance has the intrinsic ability to regain a state of health. So if you have any condition, it's because your body is in a state of imbalance. We do this, very simply put, by addressing 3 elements. The 3 elements that are necessary to sustain life: the air you breathe, the water you drink, and the food that you eat. So let's bring it home to Dr. Tyra's industry. So people go and see her and they want their hair to grow back and they say, oh, I can't. Well, first of all, this is the most powerful antioxidant known to man. It's right in back of Dr. Tyra's, it's called GSH complex. And an antioxidant is there to neutralize the ill effects of toxic chemicals or oxygen that's not used properly. So when you breathe, you rust like a nail. You breathe too much, you rust faster, or you don't breathe properly because you're stressed out of life, well, then you're going to rust and you're going to age prematurely. So by definition, we are the best anti-aging substrate available, and it's so cheap that people don't take it seriously. We did a study many years ago. We took the most expensive product that we knew in France. It would cost $2,500 for 3 weeks. It's a facial cream to make you look younger. And we got better results for pennies a day. But you see, in that industry, the more expensive it is, the better it is. It's not true. It's not true. So to bring it home with the hair growth, obviously there is an imbalance, there's toxicity. So the GSH complex will take care also of detoxifying. at an intracellular level. So it goes from the bloodstream that Dr. Tyra talked about, and it goes to the cells, which are the follicles. And then when you do this, you render the body, we have a third product, it starts getting alkaline, but with the enzymes that we have, believe it or not, in a period of time, we can take the body from an acidic state and bring it into an alkaline state. Now, Dr. Tyra talked about the benefits for her industry of alkalinity, but also for other conditions. Now, that's just the GSH and the triosine. The gas pedal for all of this to work is, as it actually says, is oxygen. So we have a solution which basically changes the molecular structure of the water that you drink. And ladies, you have to drink more water than you do. You do a lot. She drinks a lot. I mean, Yaya is like a drinker of water. I'm so proud of you, because that's the hardest thing we have, to get people to drink water. If women only drink the amount of water necessary by science, it's supposed to be 2 quarts a day, but that's fallacy, because they put everybody at 140 pounds. But if you take your weight divided by in pounds, divided by 60, that's how many quarts a day you have to drink water. If you only did that, ladies, your skin would so beautiful, it would change. Dr. Tyra has been on our mask and on our face cream, and man, people are telling her, man, your skin glows.
It does. She's beautiful.
So the Une Vie is there for cellular hydration and for conductivity, but it's there also because it has a certain component to raise the amount of oxygen that goes to your blood cell. And when you put all 3 of these together, it is a patented, clinically proven, which is important, by World Health Organization standard. Why do I have to say this? Because people say, well, if it's not clinically proven, it's not good enough. I'm sorry, but I would disagree. But we did what we had to do, and it works at 98.9% efficacy. So then you would be hard pressed to go and see Dr. Tyra and say, well, what should I do to get my hair to regrow? Unless and then she looks under the microscope and says, yes, we can do it. And you would not get a result. You will get a result, because her her clients are getting a result. And then there's the other part that I want to bring in her industry, because I'm going to be addressing all of the hairstylists in the world. You have something that most people don't have. You have the confidence of your customer, because a woman would like better to have her hair done than to eat chocolate. And you know how much women love chocolate, you understand? And if you want compliments a woman, you start with the hair. And then if you play, because my wife goes, and when she comes back from the hairstylist, she goes, oh, I got to fix this and I got to fix that. And it's very particular. So these hairstylists have the confidence of their customers. Why don't bring it home? Because you know what? They're going to talk about the conditions that they have, the lack of energy. Nowadays, if you ask anybody, are you stressed? Are you tired? Are you depressed? 90% of the population would say yes, because we're living in a, how would I say, a difficult times, okay? And then people need a break, and they don't know how to get that energy necessary to go through. We have the solution, but the hairstylists, they have the ear. The person's listening to them. So we as a complement, because that's what we're doing with Dr. Tyra, we are a complement for her industry. We can get the hair to grow, we can get them to lose weight, or we can get them to have a quality of life. So in closing, we guarantee that you're going to look better and you're going to feel better, because we are an all-encompassing therapy, we're going to call it a program for you to regain a true quality of life. That's what we have.
Definitely. And, I can vouch for that. Before all of the allergy came into effect, I felt so good. I started losing weight, and I'm still losing weight. I'm still losing weight, but it's not as fast, but I'm still losing weight. But it's just like, it was just so cool. It was like, I was like, Speedy Gonzalez around here, you know, it was wonderful. But again, the allergy kicked in. But I mean, for us 1%ers, we do have the water, we do have the actual pills that we could take. If you're allergic to whey or any kind of milk proteins or anything like that, you can do topically, like Dr. Tyra said, so you can get some kind of a benefit. And I mean, you know, and you're the biggest organism, and I know this for a fact, on the body is your skin, and it absorbs everything around you. And you can actually put this on your body and just kind of stand there for a minute like I do and get some of the effects, maybe not all of it, but get some of the effects of it. I mean, there's all different kinds of ways that we can get this done. So I'm just so thankful. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Dr. Tyra.
It was nice being here.
Definitely. Now, Dr. Tyra, tell me about the event, because you're muted. Tell me about the event that you have coming up and you and Robert are going to be doing.
It's going to take place July the 30th and July the 31st, and it's going to be in Morrisville, North Carolina, and it's going to be held at the Hampton Inn. And I'll make sure that your guest who wants to come, just say Yaya Diamond, and you will be issued into the VIP section, courtesy of Yaya Diamond. By just saying Yaya Diamond, her name holds weight in our opportunity to be able to come. And what we want to do, we want to educate you as a human being. It's not about the white issue. It is not about the black issue. That has separated and divided the world and the way it is today. We got to take the blinders off of that, the color issue, and make it be a human issue. It is a human issue. I don't care what color your skin is, your creed, your religion, your origin of gender, wherever it will be, you are a human being. And my goal in the beauty industry is to help to reduce the spread of cancer. And the only way we're going to do that is by coming together, pushing each other to success. The person that you may meet in the room could be your client. The person that's on the left or on the right of you in that room could be needing your service. So what do you bring into the table? Because I believe that each and every person on your platform, Yaya, has a calling on their life and has a great passion to do something. If it's welding, if it's plumbing, if it's washing the car, if it's being a nanny, if it's being whatever it will be. Come, get some information. And the key is this: I don't want no one to experience something that I experienced in 2005. My mother, my best friend, my everything, passed away in my arms. And I tell you something, again, if it was up to me, I wouldn't do it, but it's not up to me. It's not up to me. I'm just grateful to be in position, and I'm grateful to meet great persons like Professor Robert, to be able to come together so that we as a community, as a human community, can be able to have this knowledge so that we can be healthy.
Definitely. And these chemicals are not just found in the black hair products, they're found in the hair products.
Period.
Across the board. Hair products. Whether you're black, whether you're white, whether you're mixed, doesn't matter. It's in hair products. It's you know, sometimes I see some of the stuff inside of the shampoos and the conditioners and the this and the that and keep your color longer, and it's got all these stuff, and I'm like, why?
Yeah, names that you can't even pronounce.
One thing's for sure, though, I want people to understand on the line tonight is that whatever damage was done, we can repair. We can protect. That's important, because your cells are, every 7 years, you're a new person. We're just going to accelerate the process, and we're going to detoxify all of these before you're in the inside of your cell, this is where it's all happening. The blood is the conductor, but what you want is to get this outside before the inside of your cells get affected, or else it will be called Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, dementia, burnout, or even cancer. I know these are big words, but that's what toxicity will do once it gets inside your cells. It will wreak havoc. And we can, with our therapy, detoxify, clean it all out, get your immune system balanced, and then we'll give you a quality of life. And the gas pedal, again, people, is this.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to put all the information about the event with Dr. Tyra and Professor Robert, as well as those pictures. I can't wait to see those pictures. So we're going to put those pictures up right now as well. And also in the description box below or above or on the side, wherever you're looking, we're going to have all of that information so that you guys can go ahead and check out the website and all of the products and everything, and get involved with your health. I mean, literally
Yes.
speaking, we only have one life to live thus far, and that I know of, because once I'm gone, I don't know what happens after that. But at the same time, it's like, you don't want that to come too quickly. Okay. You want to push that back as far as possible in good health. And that's what we're all about here. Yes, Robert.
Yeah, like I said, in good health.
In good health. I said it.
That's
I
it.
said it, in good health.
And speaking of, if you don't mind me sharing,
No, go ahead.
speaking of good health, we have a challenge coming up. We have a 30-day challenge that everyone can be able to participate. They'll be able to get their products. Join us with the challenge. We're going to be exercising every day on Instagram. So you can go to our Instagram page, and we'll put the information out there on Mrs. Diamond's network. And then join us, and do yourself a gift of giving some time for you. Because everybody want to get to the bag. But see, here's the point. Here's the proper protocol and getting to the bag. When I say bag, I'm getting to financial success. You cannot get to the financial success unless your health is in proper alignment. Because if you laid up in somebody's bed, in your own bed, sick, and can't get to the bag, you're not gonna have the energy to get to the bag. So the first thing in the rule of thumb, praying, meditating, keeping your health in proper alignment. And then once you do that, whatever goal, whatever gifting, whatever you want to do, then you're going to be able to get healthy to the bag. Okay?
30 days, 30-day challenge.
We're
Definitely.
creating a movement here. We're starting a movement.
Yes. Where we all move. Where we all move.
Exactly.
Towards health. That's
Exactly.
right. 30 days.
Yeah.
30 days. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and have that information again in the description box below, above, or on the side, wherever you're looking. Join. The Instagram page will be there. Everything will be there. That way you guys can join us. I'm going to definitely do what I can to be a part of this whole thing. Like, I started losing weight, and I just want to say this, Robert. I started losing weight. I think I lost in the first couple of days. I lost 2.5 to 3 pounds. Then I kept losing and losing and losing. But then, of course, what had happened. But I still do the water. I still do the pills, and I'm still losing. And I feel like I still have that energy. Go figure. I still have the energy. I'm like, this morning, I went outside at 9 a.m. and I didn't finish till 1. I was moving plants around. I was mowing my lawn. I got dirt all over the place. I mean, everywhere. And when I came in, I was like, it's 1 o'clock.
God. Guess what?
I didn't even notice. Had no idea.
Dr. Tyra is going to get us moving in the morning. We're going to be exercising with Dr. Tyra every morning.
That's it. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. I fired my lawn maintenance company.
Oh, yeah?
I figured out that lawn maintenance is hard work. It's not easy.
No.
It's good exercise too.
It's very good exercise. I actually, last year when I fired them, I lost 20 pounds.
Yeah.
And that was before Viprox. That was before I met Robert.
So,
nice.
We get moving.
Yeah, keep it moving. You guys can do a little bit at a time, but Dr. Tyra is going to be there in the mornings. We're going to get busy with her. We're going to be exercising in the morning and doing our 30 days. And after your 30 days, I'm sure you're going to want to continue because you're going to be looking hot. I'm saying
hot. Okay. Hot and exactly.
You ladies. Now I'm in trouble. My wife's going to watch this. Oh my God.
And speaking of Professor's wife, she's absolutely beautiful. She is absolutely beautiful. Yes, she is.
Awesome. Yeah. I've never seen her.
She's beautiful.
I'm sorry. Next time, I'll tell her to come and say hello.
Okay. Awesome.
She's shy though. She's shy.
Well, Dr. Tyra, thank you. Oh my gosh, yes. I'm sure she's beautiful. If she's taking this, she's got to be gorgeous. Yes, definitely. Well, Dr. Tyra, thank you so much. Professor Robert, thank you so much. You guys join them at the end of the month on the 30th of June or July. Which one is it?
July 30th and 31st.
That's it. July 30th and 31st. We're going to have that information also in the description box below so that you guys can join them. I'm just letting you know right now that this is going to be the best decision that you've made to change your health, to change your life, to find out about yourself, and also to find out more about the health that you could have if you just take that step. I want to thank you guys again so much for joining us. And don't forget to dare to be what? Different all the time, every single day. And until next time, guys, bye.
Bye-bye.